I love just getting a live plant for mom and then wrapping it up in some craft paper. Super, super easy. I know you guys are all antsy and ready and waiting for Mother's Day to come around, and you got to pick out the perfect gift for mom. And I'm at Stokely Garden Express today, and they have so many great gifts here, so I had to whittle down my list of my favorites to 5. So I'm going to show you my 5 favorites. A lot of them are something you can do yourself, but they also have options here that you can just come in and pick it up if that's what you'd prefer to do. So let me show you my 5 favorites. This is an air plant. They come in different sizes and shapes, and so you can get whatever you kind of think is your favorite. Whoops, I dropped it. But they're super easy to take care of. These are related to Spanish moss, and so if you know how Spanish moss works, it hangs from the trees, it gets its nutrients from the air and the humidity out of the air, and these do the same thing. If you're keeping them inside, they just need to be run under some water and then put back up, and they will live for a very long time. I love the way they have them displayed here, which is in a brick mold. This is a mold for a brick. You can see the interior of it there, and so that's a really cool way to display. You can buy these both together, put an arrangement together, and give them to mom for Mother's Day. Super cute. Okay, let's move on to these guys. These are some of my favorite things. Every time I walk in here, they're such huge statement pieces, so I think they're so good for mom's back porch or even the front door as you're coming in. But what I love so much about them is that they've got these giant succulents in them, which we don't see that often. I'm always using these little tiny ones in little containers, but these have such big statement succulents that they're just really, really cool. And again, you can make these, you can come here and buy all the parts and pieces that you need, or just have them already ready to go for you. All right, the third thing is these terrariums. This is another way that you can put something together for mom, or you can just come in and scoop these up. They've already got them pre-done for you. These in particular have succulents, but they have rocks and moss and different materials that go in because they are their own ecosystem. Remember, this is their whole home underneath this glass. But they just add a really nice touch to a tabletop or a patio table or a porch. So these are a really great gift for mom. All right, number 4 on the list is, now I've chosen a drift rose for this particular situation, but I love just getting a live plant for mom and then wrapping it up in some craft paper. Super, super easy. You get a roll of craft paper, brown, you can get whatever color you want, cut it off, wrap it up around the planter that you get from the nursery, which is a plastic pot, as you know, and then bring some baker's twine or ribbon, anything that you have at the house, around the sides, tie it up in a neat bow, and then it looks like a presentable, beautiful present, and then instead of just handing her like just a bucket with a plant in it. I also tucked the tag for the plant in here so that she has all the instructions she needs to plant it. She also has any information she needs about watering it or feeding it. All that information comes with the plant. And of course, don't forget, when you're giving mom a gift like this, to deadhead all of the old spent blooms so that it just looks fresh and really presentable instead of just like another plant that you're buying from the garden center. You kind of want to zhuzh it up a little bit and make it special. All right, last but not least, this is my favorite. Saved it for last. Do you guys remember a few months ago when I was in Mississippi and we talked about wind chimes with Jamie Doris? And I told her she could not get wind chimes unless, we don't want the tinkle tinkle ones. We want the big, beautiful, deep wind chimes. This is those. This is at the top of my Mother's Day gift list, and definitely one that your mom would love too. You guys ready to hear it? Just has this really deep tone that's not like ringing in the back of your head. It hums for a really long time. It's just really beautiful. So there are more gifts than you can even imagine here at Stokely, but that's just my top 5. So you guys come out and get something for your mom for this Mother's Day.